Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 on the PS5. It's time for round 16. We're going to Singapore. So here we are then, ready for round 16 at Singapore, the Marina Grand Prix circuit, revamped for this season. With the removal of one of the unnecessarily little twiddly bits at the end of the circuit. They've essentially just removed a pair of chicanes, and the road that connected both of those chicanes together has now just been opened up, and so the circuit will just continue through that section. So instead of going through the little right left and then left right back underneath the overpass to connect back onto that road, that whole section has been removed and we just stay on that straight road. However, I have done one race on the PS4 version at this circuit, and it's not coded right, I don't think, because the cars lift off, and I will point that out to you exactly what I mean by that when we get there. It does seem to just completely stop cars from overtaking each other, at least when they're racing. I've seen a couple of passes done with blue flags there, but I mean, it's hard to explain. You'll see exactly what I mean when we actually get on track. It's a little bit strange, and I can only assume that it's a coding bug and it needs to be patched out, because yeah, the way the drivers behave there is very odd indeed. How you doing, Marcel? Good to see you. It's been a while. Mr. Water, good to see you. Victor, welcome. Yesterday's race was tough. Yes, it was a tough pill to swallow yesterday. We were again on for a win, and circumstances just conspired against us, and the chance disappeared again. Who knows though? Maybe we can do well here tonight at Singapore. It's one of those strange races in the past on the old game that would throw up weird tyre strategies for the AI, where they would always run really short stints on the soft tyres and very long stints on the mediums, which enabled you to get a big strategy advantage just by changing the tyre window. Plus, it's one of those circuits where you'd get a lot of safety cars. Very easy to make a two-stop work, given the sheer number of safety cars that you can get at this circuit. I don't know whether we're going to see a similar number of safety cars this time around. It might be the AI's improved a little bit here. Again, it might be a case of, a fault that just needs to be fixed. Who knows? I think the tyre strategy thing will not be as easy this time round. I think the AI is going to be a little bit smarter with tyre choices, but we shall see. So let's see, we are on race day, so I think we did everything we needed to do last night, but I'm going to go ahead and double check our car builds again just to make sure. So both are on the Mark III chassis, both are on the Mark IV front wing, both are on the Mark III rear wing, both are on the Mark III side pods. You can see as well, as we're going through, we've actually burnt through some of these upgrades really quickly, to the point where we've had all this spare stock that just hasn't been used, or hadn't had time to be used. It's the same with the front wings here, look. So that's something we need to be wary of next year, because that will save us some money, just not having to manufacture quite so many parts. I started off trying to be a little bit more wary of that, and it didn't quite kick in. We have burnt through a couple of these upgrades pretty quickly. This underfloor is the only one we've got, so we are going to wait until quali before we throw that onto Max's car. As you can see, it's going to give us a nice little speed boost, but more importantly, it's going to give us quite a substantial boost to low and medium speed corners, something that is definitely going to be prevalent at this circuit. And then suspension-wise, again, we've got a couple of leftover suspensions, but this one's been quite well managed. See, we've got just the two that were on the car, the two that were on the car. Obviously, that's the starting allowance. We've got no control over that. So we've done quite well managing not overbuilding suspensions. Let's have a look at our car analysis going into this Grand Prix. 5th in speed, 13th in acceleration, which isn't great. 7th in lower medium speed, which are the important downforce applications for this circuit. 5th in high speed, not really going to be too much of an issue. 5th in dirty air tolerance, that's pretty good, especially here. Brake cooling 4th, very important here. And once again, still got the best DRS on the grid, which is really good. That will hopefully help us out quite substantially. In terms of parts on the way, side pod research will be finished after the race, and then the day after that we'll have rear wing research done as well. We do have a slot here. We're going to wait until after the Grand Prix before we start redoing some more research, etc. And manufacturing wise, quite a lot of parts on the way, as you can see. More underfloors because we've only got that one so far. Some more rear wings, some spare side pods, spare suspensions. I seriously doubt we're going to make any more actual parts for the car in terms of brand new parts. So we're just making sure we've got enough to get us through the rest of the season now. Financially, we really don't have a lot left in terms of our cost cap. We're kind of right down to the wire. We're down to just 13 million to get through the last few races. And yeah, if we do end up busting an engine, we could really be in some trouble financially, which could completely ruin our save. It could actually force us out. It could get us fired if we breach the cost cap. So just have to be careful of that. Let's go set some performance targets for this race. The incentive is the one car into Q2. That should be very straightforward. In terms of quali position, I'm going to try 2 in the top 6. 2 into Q3. Finish position, 2 in the top 4. Maybe. Depends how race strategy goes. We'll try and get the fastest lap. Excuse me. Quali streak. We want to try and maximise our money on the remainder of the season, but I don't want to go over confident. And given that we're not going to be bringing any more upgrades, and other teams still might, we're going to go slightly conservative. We're going to go 2 in the top 8. 2.6 is still a nice extra bit of cash. So, evening, Farah. Wow, just seeing all about the Spider Saga. I think that's the thing that gets people with spiders more than anything, is that they just suddenly appear, and it's just like, it makes you jump more than anything else. And on top of the creepy crawly nature, it's just you look around and they're right there going, "Hi, how you doing?" Right, we do need to try and renegotiate with Lewis again after the Grand Prix. Can't try today because he is busy with the race weekend. So let's go to the race weekend.
Our Formula One season continues here, in the Republic of Singapore. Singapore's Marina Bay is a floodlit extravaganza for the senses and a true test for F1 drivers. Cars are just inches away from the walls on this tight street circuit, and even at night, the air thrums with heat. The bumpy street surfaces here make this a challenging circuit for the drivers, and the humidity causes them to lose as much as 3 kilos over the course of a race. But it's also tough on the cars, with 23 corners to tackle each and every lap. Good low-speed downforce will make all the difference here. The previous Grand Prix saw Sergio Perez pass the checkered flag in first place. There's no doubt that the Mexican will be eyeing up his next podium finish. So stay with us for all the race weekend thrills.
Okay, we've got a bit of light rain today. Ooh, interesting. So that's probably going to be practice 2, given the predicted weather showing on practice 1 on the right-hand side there. Although we might get some rain partway through the session. We'll see. Let's go to reports for a second. So the change, as you can see, it's where the yellow medium section is on the straight on the bottom part of the map. That's where everything just goes wrong a little bit with the AI. It's very weird. It's very weird. You will see exactly what I mean. The cars just coast. As soon as they hit that yellow line, they just coast all the way down the rest of the straight until they hit the right-hand hairpin. It's very strange. Right. Do I want to put Mick in the car? Yeah, let's put him in. So I've only got one setup in the book for this circuit for this year's game, but as we've been seeing throughout the season so far, most of last year's saves or setups can be applied without too much hassle. So let's start with the one I've got in the book, which is 7.15.5, a 9.1. Minus 2.7 and 0.9. There we go. That's from my Red Bull file on the PS4. So that should work fine. Marina Bay is originally 16 laps. I'm going to go 17 laps because the track should be a little bit quicker, in theory. For Mick, we're going to overfuel just in case we do get the setup right first time, so we can just keep him out. We'll go 25 laps. Right, let's look at the book for last year. Let's pick a setup from here. Let's go with the first one. So that'll be 8, 15.5, 8.2. Minus 2.7 and 1. In fact, I'm going to make a little change on that. I'm going to go 7.5, 15.5, 8.2, 2.8 and 1. There we go. Right, car parts. Need to take out the good stuff, protect that. So we're on to engine 2 here. ERS number 2. Really hope we don't burn through another engine. I'll go with that gearbox. Okay. As for George, that engine, that ERS, and that gearbox. Has the game got any major update? Not yet. If I'm interested, Train Sim 4 is on the way. No, not really interested. I kind of got a bit bored of the first one. I never bothered with the second one, and no interest in getting the third one. Tyres. I want to put Mick onto a set of softs. There we go. Right, we are ready to start running. Let me check the weather. We are going to get a little bit of rain. Okay. Let's send out Russell, and
it's a radio check.
we're going to take a lap tour in helmet cam, and we'll do it Shumi style.
Can you hear me?
Our radio's loud and clear.
And avoid all curbs. Avoid all curbs.
Understood.
So nothing else has changed the circuit apart from that new bit that we're coming up to. We've just gone through the original bit that was changed after the first couple of seasons, the Singapore Sling Chicane, which was the worst addition to a Formula One track in the history of Formula One, or at least modern day Formula One. Oh, it's a god awful thing. And here we go, here's the change. So normally we would flick right left there. And there you can see the driver just coasts all the way through. It's very weird. I don't know why they do that. So I'll run through that one again. Let's go back to Schumacher. Oh no. So here comes Russell. And watch the telemetry. It's just lift and coast all the way through to the corner. It's very strange. Very strange. It's like I said, it's got to be a bug. So I really hope they fix that with an update, because it completely just kills the whole point of them opening up that straight to provide another overtaking opportunity if the game will never actually do any overtaking there.
Yeah, if I push more, I feel the rears.
How you doing, Harmony?
Temps are low all round. Are all the tyres on? Something doesn't feel right.
Are all the tyres on? No, we're just going to send you out on just bare rims, Russell.
Copy that. I'll have a look.
Doing my best to keep on the blue stuff in it.
Has it really gone up to £30 a route? Oof. Yeah, that's not cheap. That game's never been cheap to start with when it came to the routes, but £30 for a new route, it's too much. Right, we are close to feedback. 91% for Mick. It's not quite where we want it to be, so
Okay, copy.
we will call him in.
Balance check.
So, alright.
Yeah, AFib.
Oh, 70% for George. That's not good. Gonna have to find a whole new setup. going to be a change to rear wing and roll bar for that one, I think. Right, let's have a look at Mick. So let's try going to a 9.1. Everything else is pretty good. If I can go like that. Actually, let me try going the other way. Let me try that. See how that works.
The rain is falling.
Are you sure you're not just sweating there, George? He's never going to live that down. I'm trying to remember which circuit it was at. But he was panicking that it was raining and it was just a bit of sweat from his visor. I think it was at Barcelona.
Let us know what you see.
Right, so big changes needed here. I don't think I've got a 15 setup. I don't, so this is going to be a completely new setup for me. Interesting, right. Going to have to wing this one completely. The roll bar is very wrong, so that needs to be a 7.3 at the minimum. I'm going to go with an 8 on the front wing. And I'm going to go with that. See how that works. Do I leave Mick out on those tyres? I'm going to call him in. I'm going to just wait for the rain to ease off a bit, I think. It's only a few minutes. He's going to have to sit and wait. I am also going to hold George in for an extra few minutes. Okay, so it's not quite right, but it'll do.
So rain is clear.
Copy.
No grip.
Is everything okay?
Stand by.
%. That's much better. Okay, it's not quite there, but it's not far off.
Great. Really good.
Okay, copy.
It's the cornering that needs to change. So, which way to go? Gonna go to a 2.7 and just pull that back in. And that's Mick done.
No grip.
It's going to be touch and go, but we did just get the feedback in. It's improved to 90, so that's a big improvement from 70. Still a bit of work to do, but yeah, we're winging it on this one. This is a completely new setup for me.
Checkered flag is out.
All right, let's start with with Hamilton's car. We've already made the change there. Okay, hopefully we get dry session, because I need to run Lewis for quite a lot of laps. We want to run him for about 36 laps, I think. 35 will be alright. Let's take a look at George's car. Alright, so it's a 6.4 on the roll bar. I'm going to go to a 7 on the front wing. Going to go like that with the camber. And I can't now correct the toe. Okay, so it can't be that then. Let's try an 8.5. That's right on the edge. Yeah, we'll give that a try. And in terms of run plan, we want to go 25 laps, should be enough. Check the parts will last. Yes, gearbox is a bit low, but it will make it. Medium tyres, yes. Okay. We have got rain again. So let's switch Hamilton over to mediums. I'll save the hards for practice 3. I'm also going to take a bit of fuel out. There's no point putting him on for a full 35 lap run when he's not going to be out there for 35 laps. Let's put him out there for 22 laps. Once again, big difference in lap times. 2 seconds. I mean, is that just down to engine parts? It must be, but... yeah, I mean, look, again, engines, there's not that much difference between the two. Not that much difference between the ERS, but the gearbox. Huge difference between the gearboxes, and that is, you know, all that adds up to 2 seconds a lap. Well, Hamilton's running, I think, maybe 3 laps less fuel as well, but yeah, that's not that substantial a difference. It shows the importance of changing your gearboxes, how much time you can lose. .97 for George, so almost there. Just needs to be tweaked ever so slightly.
Let us know what your thoughts are.
And we nailed it with Lewis. Excellent stuff.
Okay, copy.
Thought there was contact for a second then. Alright, let's call both of them in. Alright, so let me check the book. Yep. So that is the setup that we put on George's car. So that one still works, obviously. Don't need to add that one in now. Let's change the tyres, put on some inters. He's running 22 laps, so that's enough. Just get him switched over. As for George, you need to change the front wing. It's got to be that, I think. Alright, is that? I don't know. Maybe it's a 9. Maybe it's a 9. Let's try 9. Yeah, I mean the front wings I've got in my book. I've only got 4 setups in the book for the last game, but it was 8, 7, 6.5, and 7.5 were the 4 setups for the front wing. So this will be my first 9 setup, 9 front wing.
trouble or not? Copy, stand by, we'll advise.
And because I forgot to do it, let's put some inters on the car. There we go. And out he goes.
We've had a big crash here.
All
There's
right.
debris all over.
Who's binned it? Oh, what a surprise! It's a Haas. Oh, that is a big one. That's retirement big, that one.
It's not going the way the team had hoped today. That is for sure.
Apparently the team has not paid its electricity bill either.
So VSC, keep the delta positive. Okay.
VSC ending.
Yeah.
Alright, green flag running. Evening, Rick. Right, track's going to dry out right at the end, but that's fine. Just waiting on that last little bit of feedback. There it is. And we got it. We nailed it. So that's one to add to the book. Ugh, rough sounding engine.
We have a checkered flag now.
And there we go. Session over. So let's add George's setup into the book before we go into the next session. So 9, 15, 6, 4. That was my first non-82 or 9-1 setup as well. Minus 2.7. And 1. There we go. Two very different setups across the two cars there. Run plan. Let's see. 20 laps will be more than enough. We want a set of softs. There we go. Gearbox should last. It will, yep. Hard tyres for Lewis. We're going to run Lewis for 38 laps. But we might call him in early. There we go. And it'd be interesting to see the pace disparity between the two, given that Russell's on softs and running a lot less fuel, but his engine is on its last legs, or his gearbox is dying. Will he actually be quicker than Hamilton? Because he should be, on paper. Should be much quicker than Hamilton, but yeah, he was 2 seconds a lap slower. So it'd be interesting to see whether or not that translates. He is slightly quicker at the moment. A couple of tenths though. It should be a lot more than a couple of tenths. And there we go, he's actually slower. It's so close though. There's enough space between them, they shouldn't trip over each other. Oh, we've got a VSC. Someone else has binned it. It's an Aston Martin involved. I think there's two cars involved. Maybe, unless they're just queued up behind. Yeah, Tsunoda's gone as well. Tsunoda and Alonso. We're going to see the replay.
So we got VSC. Keep the delta positive.
It's one of the areas where drivers would crash frequently in the last game. I would like to see what that animation looks like this time round, and it's not going to show us. Okay. We'll just have to wait and see if that happens in the race.
VSC ending.
I know that's one of the things they're working on is replays not triggering properly. I'm hopeful we might get the update this week, but it might be next week. They did say they were aiming to get it out in time for Monza, which suggests maybe they'll wait till after Zandvoort this weekend. And that's enough for Lewis. We don't need to overrun the car. There we go. We are done with practice. So now it's time to slap on that new underfloor for Lewis. Just hope he doesn't damage it in quali, because otherwise we're going to have to emergency manufacture a new one. Last you heard it'll be the first week of September. Well, they posted on Twitter a couple of weeks back that it would be the end of August. You know, or late August, which made me hopeful we might get it this week, but yeah, it might well be next week. So we've got a penalty for Magnussen, a penalty for Sargent, and a penalty for Sonoda for taking out Alonso. Lewis's confidence is not going to be that high. It's going to be a little bit lower because we're going to reduce his car part knowledge.
Welcome everyone to qualifying. This should be a good one.
Executing the perfect qualifying lap around Singapore comes down to absolute precision. The circuit needs high downforce and a good suspension to maximize grip on the bumpy street surface.
Karun, if we could perhaps talk about Lewis for a moment. How do you think he's feeling?
Well, they're certainly delivering better results than their teammates, and they'll be expected to keep that up for the rest of the weekend.
So don't go anywhere, folks. It's nearly time for qualifying.
Just imagine Crofty. So, Farah, can we talk about Lewis for a second? Nope, no, we cannot. I'm going to try running this engine. And there we go. The big, shiny, new underfloor. Alright, into Q1 we go. Will these engines hold up? I don't know if these engines are going to be powerful enough to run this weekend. Might have to go with other engines. I'm just trying to think of some of the other tracks that are coming up.
Delta. So call the car and we'll box.
Understood. So we just need to get that delta negative, and we will box end of this lap.
Copy.
Oh, quicker than Verstappen. That's only his first run. Alright, so everyone who matters has already put in a lap now, so I just want to have a look and see what the rest of the grid is doing engine-wise. So we're at 42-ish% for both of our cars. Yeah. Old gearbox for Leclerc, but much better engine, much better ERS. Well, no, ERS is about the same. Sainz is running an old engine. Max is running an old engine. Perez running a much better engine. Alpines are running better engines. Brand new engine in for Albon this weekend. And Sargent. New ERS for Magnussen. New engine for Stroll. New gearbox for Alonso. That'll probably be because of the shunt yesterday earlier in free practice. Yeah, I don't know. On paper, it looks as though maybe we could possibly get away with these engines. All right. Let's see what our drivers can do on a 2-lap run. Okay, that underfloor is definitely worth some time to Russell. Maybe it's just that he's better able to switch the car on or switch on the tyres. But yeah, 0.7 of a second again. The gap. It was that last time in Q1. Let's see what happens on the second run. Oh, Hamilton got held up at the start of the lap.
So currently P4.
That brought Russell a little bit closer. There was no improvement at all on that lap for Lewis. A little bit off the pace of Perez, but there is the potential to go a little bit quicker if we get a clean run. I think Russell should be safe. I could run better engines and it would give me a better chance of a win, but it wouldn't guarantee it. Oh wow, we're 0.6 off. We're only a couple of tenths off Verstappen. But, you know, Perez is much quicker. Russell's way off the pace. Well, I did say we weren't going to swap parts out between sessions, so yeah, we'll have to go as we are. We're committed to the older engine. Let's do a banker lap on the older tyres just to set a baseline take it from there. Lewis under pressure from Alonso.
Currently P1.
And we ran into Perez, so that kind of ruined Hamilton's lap. But again, old tyres, bank a lap. It's just to try and give us a little bit of a boost to baseline confidence levels. It's worked really well for George, got him into peak confidence. Didn't work quite so well for Lewis. I don't think I'm going to have time to get them on a 2-lap run. We'll try. Might just be able to get away with it. Need to get them out almost as soon as they get in, effectively. New tyres, 2 laps. And I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to try and give Russell the slipstream. See if that helps him out a bit. Because we've seen Hamilton, when he's not getting held up by traffic, is considerably quicker at this circuit. And I think a good chunk of that will be down to the new underfloor.
Rear brakes.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, just to make sure that we do actually get time for both flying laps, we're going to take manual control so that they do their outlap a bit quicker.
Push.
Understood.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
Yeah, copy.
Use the overtake.
Push and hold it, overtake.
Yep, fine.
See if we can give Russell a chance of at least hanging on to the back of Lewis. And this is the peril of running my cars so close to each other, as if we get traffic for one, it's going to affect both of them. We got away with that relatively unscathed. We will have had a little bit of a hold up there. But we're going to have time for another flying lap. Oh, that just frustrates the crap out of me, that lifting coast all the way through there. Okay, so still half a second between the two drivers.
Just need to make sure we keep these tyres in good nick.
Trying to make sure George stays on the back of Lewis.
Charge the pack.
So again, our one lap pace is probably going to flatter to deceive a little bit. Right, George is about as good as he's going to get confidence-wise. Okay, we're improving in the middle as well. This is looking good. Can we sneak pole position?
So you take the flag.
Or at least get back on the front row. Ooh, fast lap from Perez. Came close. So we're just going to have to hope that we can do something with strategy, because we're not going to have the pace to beat Perez. With his engine much fresher than ours.
Okay, well done, mate.
He is going to be sprinting away again in the Grand Prix itself. I don't even think Max will be able to keep up with him. because Max's engine is at a similar, performance level to ours.
Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
The walls around Singapore force the cars close together, and even the best can waver in the tight spaces. Back in 2011, we saw Lewis Hamilton clip Felipe Massa as the two battled it out. There were certainly some words exchanged after that one, as I'm sure you recall.
Now, in terms of George Russell, Karun, how do you think he's going to be feeling going into this race?
I'd say they're in a good place right now. It's pretty clear what the expectations for them were, and they've done well in meeting them head on.
So whose engine will roar loudest today? Unpredictable times ahead here at the Singapore Grand Prix.
Right. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think it might be asking a little bit too much. We're going to go slightly more aggressive on tyre choice with Lewis, because he's going to have a much faster car. I'm not going to be able to nursemaid George through hanging onto the back of Lewis, I don't think. So we'll go a little bit more conservative with Russell on his tyre choice. Hamilton will go a little bit more aggressive just to try and keep in touch for longer if we can, and then hope we can do something funky with strategy. We've got those hard tyres available if we need them. Actually, let me take a look at something here. What if I were to go hards in the middle? Alright, so we've got a slightly different backup strategy. A safety car could really change things here. Just don't know. 1.7 kilos. I think I'm just going to take 2 laps out. Alright, here we go.
The drivers are almost ready here in Singapore as we get ready for 61 laps under the lights. Our attention shifts to Lewis Hamilton and what he can produce in this race.
P3 is a very strong qualifying result for them, but they've got to work hard in this race to get some points here.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. We're just moments away from the Singapore Grand Prix.
Right, both the Red Bulls are on mediums.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
That potentially could be good for us. Trying to wait for the opportune moment to kick in the DRS. I don't want to kick it, or the ERS. I don't want to kick it in too early. Oh, we're going to crash. We've got a red flag. Ooh. Interesting.
Red flag.
Well, that's going to sort the fuel issue out straight away. Oh, that's a bit... Yeah, that's definitely a red flag.
What the f***?
That's a huge crash. That's the biggest one we've seen, I think, so far this season.
That was a tough moment to watch.
At least 2 cars out, maybe 3. So, question now is, do we make any changes to strategy? I guess not, no. I guess we stay as we are. Yeah, 3 cars out, Hulkenberg, Gasly and Sainz. So that's one less car that would have been in the mix with us that we don't have to worry about now. That's the Ferrari.
More, they're ready to race. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Oh, it's a good launch from Lewis. Squeezed a little bit. Once again, those Red Bulls are going to sprint. I'm just going to try and hold off deploying the battery for as long as I can. And then hope that I can sprint myself to catch them back up again. And have an overrun of battery against what they'll have available. It also should hopefully allow me to pull away from Stroll. I think I'm going to have to deploy early.
Just do the best you can.
And equally there, I cannot do anything.
So Leclerc's gone on to hard tyres. Oh no, he started on hard tyres. I don't think anyone's changed their tyres. I think everyone's stayed on the tyres they started on. Which makes sense, they only did 1 lap. At least my nemesis is out. Yeah, I don't have to worry so much about Hulkenberg anymore. But Magnussen's still in the race though.
Push and hold, overtake.
Coming.
That just ruins this track every time they do that. It's not just our drivers, the AI does it as well, so at least it's not only affecting us.
And think about less lifting coast.
Yep.
Nice work, Lewis. Currently P3. Fastest man on track.
Because unfortunately Perez up front. It's going to make him tricky to catch.
Okay, let's go for it.
Understood.
There seems to be some great local resistance.
Just show me what you've got.
Yeah, copy.
Right, well, we've managed to drop Stroll before the next DRS zone. We're almost on the back of the Red Bulls as well. Should hopefully be on them by the end of the lap, which is good because we'll be out of battery about now.
It's a bit low on battery at the moment.
So happy to push now.
Yeah, agree.
Charge the pack.
Coming.
Let's just work on getting that pack back up.
Understood.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Yep.
And just charge the pack.
Understood.
Nicely done. Now, Frontier are notoriously quiet, Farah, when it comes to actually talking about what they're working on until they're ready to actually talk about it. It's one of those annoying little frustrations,
I just don't think about getting the pack back
unfortunately. Alright, we got Russell in really good place confidence-wise. He's tucked up behind Leclerc and going to be charging his battery up for a bit. Got Lewis on the back of the Bulls, doing the same.
Charge that pack.
Right, time to start thinking about maybe pushing off the back of Leclerc onto Stroll, but I think Leclerc's actually catching Stroll at the moment. He did lap a few tenths faster last time round. He might be pushing. Can't spend too long behind behind Leclerc, because he's on the hard tyre, so as soon as Stroll starts to push, he will pull away very quickly. But it does look like Leclerc is definitely pushing onto the back of Stroll. Yeah, he is. And we're able to go with him, which is nice. Lewis missing out on the DRS there. That's not good. Let's give him a little bit of extra tyre.
Just push.
To start reducing that management.
Just need to make sure we keep these tyres in good nick.
See what I mean about it just cancelling out overtaking? We had a run all the way around the outside of him there.
if we could just drop back a bit. Nice work.
Hey Toby. Yeah, we got hit with some really rough luck last night. Monza was not kind to us. So we're looking after our tyres very nicely here. Got a penalty for Norris. Not sure what that's for. Maybe it was from being caught up in that red flag stoppage. Of course, he hasn't served the pit stop yet, so he can't serve that penalty. I don't think I've got the pace to actually sprint away, even if I tried, which is why I'm just sitting here behind the bulls, not really pushing, not trying to overtake. Just trying to stay with them as long as we can. If I can just protect the tyres, protect the engine, maybe we can find an opportunity at some point later in the Grand Prix. I think I can probably beat Verstappen in a straight up fight at this circuit with Lewis, given that our engines are at similar performance levels. But I think if Max drops out of the DRS of Perez, unless we can get past him really quickly, I think Perez will just scamper off into the distance. Ugh. Again with that catchphrase. We hear that so often from George.
Push and hold, overtake.
Copy.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
Yeah, copy.
There we go. Make sure we get the DRS. Oh wow, the Red Bull suddenly just upped their pace.
Use the overtake.
Understood.
Didn't even realise. I was so busy watching Russell, didn't realise that we dropped 2 seconds off the back of him.
And let's push. Okay.
I've not been able to drop Stroll yet, but the pair of us have dropped Leclerc comfortably. I wonder if Stroll's pushing as well. Verstappen's got in front of Perez. That helps us out. Oh, if the Red Bulls take each other out, that would just be glorious.
And just charge the pack.
Yep. Need more power.
You don't need more power, you need better coding.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Russell has not been able to break away.
Charge the pack. Let's just manage these tyres.
Oh, and there goes Perez.
Just work on getting that pack back up.
Understood.
Come on, lock up into Max. Take them both out. That's what I meant to do. Anyone got any ideas on when the new patch? Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be, if not this week, then it should probably be next week.
Think about getting the
They
patch
said
back up.
late August. They also said, initially that they were going to get it out for Monza. So it's Zandvoort this weekend. So we might get it in time for Zandvoort, but if we don't, we should get it before the following weekend, which will be Monza. Keeping my fingers crossed we get it in the next day or two. I think traditionally they tend to patch things on Wednesdays. But I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on that.
Charge that back.
We are holding Stroll at bay here. That's good. We're not saving as much fuel as I would like either. So we'll do a bit more fuel saving with Lewis now, while we've got the opportunity. There's bug fixes, there's balance tweaks for starting objectives for Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri. I'm not sure if any other teams are getting a starting tweak or not. And obviously they're patching in the ability to change those balance changing things for starting objectives. Obviously will require a new save. Everything else won't, including the team switching.
It's not going to be long now, mate.
Understood.
Nah, just going to get dropped again.
And we can drop the lifter coast for now, we'll make it up later. So let's get after it.
I wonder if the Red Bulls are going to try a one-stop, or if they're going to two-stop it.
loose, so box, 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 box.
So this lap.
I'm going to convert our strategy for George.
Now, what happened there, Karun?
The Alfa Romeo team there standing by. Oh, but they have trouble releasing the car.
Yeah, copy Lewis.
Clean stop, 2.2 seconds. We're going to have clean air when we come out as well. No real threat from behind.
You'll be all clear on exit. Just need to make sure keep these tyres in good nick.
Push and hold and overtake.
Coming. That was a nice move.
Good job. So that's currently P3.
I don't think we're going to get a huge undercut over the Red Bulls unless they're one stopping. But hopefully we could at least get out in front of them with Hamilton. Can I sprint away from Stroll so that he holds up Charles Leclerc before his pit stop?
Just reduce your speed.
Copy.
Charge the pack.
Copy.
All right, Perez is in, so we're looking at a 2-stop. I think possibly. Well, maybe. Maybe they'll go for a 1-stop. Whoa, that was close.
Use the overtake.
Should get DRS off him here. Our tyres are up to temperature.
So it's hammer time.
Understood.
It is hammer time indeed. Got to break away from Perez quickly. We denied him DRS. That is excellent. This will also pretty much guarantee that we get out in front of Verstappen, who might be boxing next lap.
Box.
Yeah, stop.
Just going to need some lift and coast.
Understood.
Just charge the pack.
Yep.
Well, Leclerc has sprinted past Stroll. Good on the back of us. Perez is already closing Hamilton back down again. Yeah, like I said, I don't think we can beat Perez tonight. I think, yeah, we can beat Verstappen, but I don't think we can beat Perez. Not without some kind of divine intervention. Slightly slow on the front right tyre there. Damn it.
Apologies.
That's 2 seconds lost.
An eye on your mirrors.
Now, what exactly happened there, Karun?
So it's George Russell who pits. And that's where they struggle taking the tyre off.
Just keep an
That's
eye
not
on your
great.
mirrors.
Yeah, Paris just took half a second out of us. We should get a quick pass on Norris here.
drop back a bit.
Yeah, Roger.
Max is one-stopping. I don't know about Perez, but Max is definitely one-stopping. The fact that he still hasn't stopped yet, which makes me think Stroll's probably one-stopping as well. Speaking of.
Why? What the...
So head down, down.
We're still not passed.
So happy to push now.
Copy.
Oh, come on, George.
So the stops are starting to happen now.
Let's just manage these tyres.
Copy.
Yeah, one-stop territory for Max there.
We need to start reducing that management.
Okay.
Oh, George, you're killing me here. God damn it, I'm going to have to burn his battery. And Lewis is barely hanging on to Perez. In fact, he's not hanging on to Perez. Perez is pushing. Which means I'm going to have to burn to push as well.
So we roll.
Let's keep this up. So currently that's P5.
Welcome back, Mr. Water.
And just have a think about getting the pack back up.
So Perez's push meant we had to destroy our battery reserves to keep up with him and catch back up to him, but we have clawed a couple of seconds off the back of Leclerc in the process. I think we're, what, 4.5 seconds behind him at one point? 5 seconds behind? We're now almost within a second.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
Max's tyres are coming in. We're almost at the halfway point.
In the pit lane now.
Okay, so Charles, if he is boxing off hards, he's probably going to go softs. He's going hards again. Oh, we're going to see some tyre wear bugs on this circuit. Whoa. Just squeezing that in front of Alonso there.
Charge the pack.
Yeah, copy, all good.
Just reduce your speed.
Okay.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Understood.
So, based on where things currently stand, I'm going to assume Perez is going to the end. Verstappen's definitely going to the end. Assuming that there is no bug in the tyre wear, that means Leclerc has to stop again because he's running hard right now. But if the tyre wear bug is still active, that means that, you know, he could theoretically be going to the end on that second set of hard tyres. That's one of the bugs that they are investigating at the moment, and I think might get fixed in the next patch. I'm not 100% certain. Norris finally boxes. He's got a 5-second penalty. At least a 5-second. It might be more.
Just keep it up.
No, so yeah, 10-second penalty for Norris. It sounded like they switched his car off. He's out before they even tightened one of his wheel nuts. Oh, we got the move done. I was not expecting that. And then we immediately lost out again.
Need more power.
So anything could happen.
He's dropped off the back of Stroll. Russell doesn't really have anything to push with at the moment. Don't want to burn through the tyres too quickly. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, Verstappen's definitely going to the end. 13 seconds, 13 and a half seconds, that's coming down. But I'm hopeful we'll have enough pace to be able to actually get back past Verstappen once we make our stop onto our second stint on soft tyres. Perez, I'm assuming he's going to the end. I don't think we're going to have the pace to catch him back up again, unfortunately. Leclerc should be stopping again, but might be going to the end. Stroll is going for another stop as well, so we're on for a podium with Lewis, either second or third, hopefully second. And if Perez does have to stop this, we might be on for the win. I just don't think we are, though. I think Perez is probably going to do a long stint on this set of tyres and just eke out a one stop. See, Stroll's on a push, back down to normal speeds. He's still a few tenths faster than we are. Alright, let's try and give Russell a little bit more tyre.
So just charge that pack.
Yep.
I think Perez might be upping his pace again.
So you can pick up the pace.
Understood.
He's definitely accelerating very fast through some of these, out of some of these corners. Looks like he's using some battery.
Push and hold, overtake.
Roger.
Pick up the pace.
Yep.
Use the overtake.
Once again, I've had to destroy my battery to catch back up. frustrating. And this is the downside of running old engines. Yeah, Perez is trying to sprint away from us right now. I think we just got the DRS off Stroll there. Yes, we did. Good, good, good. Let's calm those tyres down again.
If we could just drop back a bit.
Coming.
And now we're finally starting to close back in on Perez.
And just charge the pack. Just need to make sure keep these tyres in good nick.
Yeah, we don't have the pace to break away from Perez, but we do have the pace to stay with him. So we're going to use the fact that Perez's engine is much better than both ours and Max's to just get pulled along, and then, like I said, just hope that Perez goes for a two-stop, because then we've actually got a chance of maybe just picking our moment right towards the end of the Grand Prix to try and leapfrog him right before the end of the race. But if not, he'll at least keep us far enough ahead of Max so that when we do box, we won't have to overcome a large deficit to close back up to him. We'll only have to be a few seconds behind him. And then with a set of new softs against worn hards, we should be able to catch and pass relatively easily to retake second place. So, yeah, it's kind of up in the air at the moment. I don't know how it's going to shake out, but we can but hope. Tyre wear's about on the line at the moment. Let's take a look at other tyres. So we're about the same as Stroll. Fourth is the best we can do with George tonight, again, unless something happens to one of the cars in front. A lock-up from Perez would be lovely. It would. A retirement would be nicer. even a lockup, unless it's a really severe one, which, given the fact that it was still 13.5 seconds, he'd only lose a couple of seconds, he'd lock up and then he'd rejoin pretty quickly. So he would catch back up to Hamilton again. So a crash, breaking a front wing, getting a puncture at the start of a lap and having to do almost an entire lap at a crawl, something like that would be ideal.
Let's just manage these tyres.
Coming.
Oh, goddamn traffic.
Just keep the pressure on. You can do this.
Have to burn the battery and the tyres again just to get back into the DRS now. The Astri just really screwed us over. And Russell has dropped off the back already. Stroll's trying to push again. Let's see what lap time he does.
And think about this lifting coast.
Oh yeah, Stroll's on a push. He went a second faster on that last lap. It just happened to coincide with us trying to charge up. Alright, take it easy, Toby. Thanks for stopping by, and maybe we'll catch you tomorrow.
Next, don't think about getting the pack back up.
And we're going to get screwed over with this back marker again. Almost. Alright, we're into the pit window. Almost. Next lap.
Let's just work on getting that pack back up.
Understood.
Just reduce your speed.
Copy.
Alright, so the gap's up to 14 seconds.
It's not going to be long now, mate.
Copy.
There you go for it. Max is definitely going to the end. Perez, I'm still not sure about. I'm going to try and extend Hamilton a little bit if I can. Just to give me a little bit more flexibility on that set of softs. Looks like Max is on a push.
Just
How you doing,
charge that
Vicky?
back. Yep.
Damn it. Almost got DRS. Alright, well, I'm not going to push. Like I said, I want to try and stretch these tyres if I can. Yeah, Max is definitely pushing a little bit. Kind of forcing my hand as to when I was going to try and extend Hamilton an extra couple of laps, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to now. I can definitely stretch him one extra lap. We still don't know what's going on with Leclerc either. Given that he... oh, no, wait. He started on mediums and... okay. So Leclerc is going to the end, as is Norris. They started on mediums and then changed to hards on the red flag. Glad I looked at that now.
Nice one.
Nice job.
Just keep the pressure on Lewis. You can do this.
Let's give it everything we got.
Copy. And box, 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 box.
The box is that.
Gonna box next lap. George, however, is going to box this lap. Let's see. Is anyone behind us boxing as well? Yeah, Stroll's boxing as well. Excellent. So we should stay ahead of Stroll unless we have an issue at the pit stop. Nope, it's clean. That's good. Ooh, bit of
Yeah, we should be clear on
frame rate
exit.
problems there. Right, so we've got to hunt down Charles Leclerc for fourth. And we are 24 seconds behind. Ew. So we're going to come out about 14, 15 seconds behind Max. Which means we're going to come out in 5th place when Hamilton boxes at the end of this lap.
Push and hold, overtake.
Copy.
Okay, roger.
If we could just drop back a bit.
Copy.
Alright, another clean stop, that's good. Oh, Alonso boxes as well, so that's one less car we have to re-overtake. Pit stop
Over to
issue
you,
for
Karun.
Magnussen.
The Haas garage are set to go. Oh, that's where things went wrong.
Oh, that's a long delay. Charles just set the fastest lap. So yeah, 15 seconds behind Verstappen.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Yep.
Stroll's pushed onto the back of us already. Let's not trying to sprint away now. Alright, we're showing some good pace with Lewis closing that gap already nicely. Stroll's on a push, that's fine, we'll let him do that. We'll let him burn his tyres, charge up, and then try and break away from him again. Ah, weird. Apparently we lost a second somewhere. Unless it was just a timing error. It might be a timing error. 1:32.7, the fastest lap. We can break that with Lewis, but I want to get a DRS boost before I try.
Charge the pack.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, Perez is boxing.
Use the overtake.
Understood.
We drop the lift and press for now. Pick up later.
Understood.
Ah, he's going to get out clearly ahead. I wasn't expecting him to box so soon. I thought I'd have more time. I might get him though. I might get him. Yes! And he got held up. Whew! Alright, game on. There seems to be a great lack of dialogue options. There's Leclerc. This is going to be a mighty quick lap.
You're fastest on track.
1:31.3. I don't think I'm going to hold that.
We should keep these tyres in good nick.
I think Perez will take that from me pretty quickly. The question is, have I managed to get DRS here? Yes. Excellent. Alright. 14 and a half laps to go to close down Max and hold off Perez, who is on the attack.
And just charge the pack. So we need 300 metres lift and coast.
Right, do me a solid now, Charles. Hold up Perez for as long as you possibly can. Well, that didn't last for long. He's going to get him here. Oh no, he is holding him back. Nope, no, he's not. Oh, this is going to be a nervy last 13 and a half laps. We've got the pace to hunt down Max. Can I hold off Perez in the process? Just dropping off the back here. Alonso's caught us. Let's see if we can get Russell back up into fifth place. We're not going to get fourth. Not now that we know Leclerc is one stopping. Sorry, he's going to the end. But we can maybe get fifth. I've been getting lucky with the traffic. I've been getting DRS off most of these cars. Unfortunately, Perez is also getting DRS. Just 5.5 seconds to Max. Perez is coming. He's going to catch me before I catch Max. 1:32.4 against the 1:33.4. He's a second a lap quicker than us. Mind you, we're 1.3. No, we were 2.3 seconds faster than Verstappen on that lap. Maybe I can. Oh no, Perez is going to get DRS on this lap. I was going to say maybe I can catch Max just before Perez gets on me, but Perez is going to have DRS very soon. The only reason I'm able to hunt down Max like this is because Max's engine's knackered just like ours is, but Perez's engine is much healthier than ours. Here he comes. He's going to dive up the inside.
And just have a think about getting the pack back up.
So we're just going to have to ride him onto the back of Verstappen and then see if we can just stay with him and then try and jump him at the end. That's the best we can do.
Overtake still available.
Yep.
Alright, please give me the DRS. No! Ah. But we are frustrating Perez. Melting George's tyres, trying to get back onto Stroll, which we've just about managed to do.
Let's just manage these tyres.
Come on.
Just work on getting that pack back up.
Perez has pushed his tyres hard. Oop. Alright, I really ideally need to get in front of Perez before he gets in front of Max.
And think about less lifting coast.
Understood.
It's not going to be a fight. The disparity in tyres and engine life means if Perez gets through, he's gone. And then I'm going to get held up trying to get past Max, whose engine is similar to mine. And that destroys any chance I've got of beating Perez. Just trying to hope Perez gets boxed at ice through. Right, well, this makes things interesting. Now, Perez got the DRS, but I did manage to follow him through.
So just charge that pack.
So, Max is out of the way.
And think about increasing the lift and coast just a little.
Charge the pack.
Copy.
Oh, I desperately need to get some more battery back in Lewis's car now.
Push and hold it, overtake.
Copy.
And just charge the pack.
Well, there's no doubt about it, this new underfloor is working a treat. It'd be really good to get that on George's car.
So it should be 6 laps.
Just ride the ham cam. Just have to keep glancing at the timing screen to keep an eye on George. I'm not taking up my eyes off this battle here. If Perez gets away from me, that's it. It's done. All I can do is stay with him and then just pick my moment and try and break away in the closing laps. That's like the 4th time you said that tonight, Russell.
5 laps.
I think Perez might be saving his tyres a little bit. Right, Russell just overtook Stroll, good lad. Perez is winding up, he's going to try and break away from us.
4 laps remaining. And we'll push.
Yep.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Understood.
This is so nerve-wracking.
Use the overtake. Okay. Three to go.
Yep.
And we can drop the lift and coast for now, we'll pick it up later.
Understood.
And just need a little more lift and coast. Just need to make sure we keep these tyres in good nick.
Oh, god damn, that Mercedes... Sorry, that McLaren almost screwed us over again.
How many more laps?
2 laps remaining.
Understood.
And just have a think about getting the pack back up. So let's uplift the coast all round.
All right, here we go.
Nice work, Lewis. So currently P1. Need to stay on top of the lifting coast.
Come on, come on, come on.
So we are low on battery at the moment. Just think about lifting coast efficiency.
Alonso's going to do me on DRS. But Lewis is going to win! Yes! Oh. We got our win. We finally got our first win of the season.
Such a proud moment for me, man.
It's a win for Lewis Hamilton.
And is thoroughly deserved. A hugely talented driver and undoubtedly a worthy winner.
Russell gave everything he had, but he just didn't have enough. Including fuel, because he's just run out of fuel.
Okay, it's E7. Good race.
Yeah, I was watching the comments, waiting to see whether I'd see anything for Farah. Oh, Matt, we had to work so hard for that one. But we were due a little bit of luck. We've come so close on 3 separate occasions before tonight. And we finally have our first race win with Mercedes. Should have happened last night at Monza. The lockup destroyed our chances there.
Wow,
Should have happened at Monaco.
Drive from Lewis
Hulkenberg
Hamilton.
took care of that.
What a brilliant race
And,
that was for the team.
was
They
it Silverstone?
did everything
Just
right.
didn't quite have
The
enough.
driver included, of course.
A great display of team spirit there, as everyone finally gets the chance to share this moment. The highly decorated record breaker from Stevenage once again taking to the podium.
And that's win number 1 of the season.
I am drained.
And it's sure to provide them with a real confidence boost.
And you've got to think that Singapore will be buzzing now for many hours to come.
There's no way we would have been able to do that without that underfloor.
And as proceedings start to wind down here, what will Mercedes have made of this result, Karun?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
And a big thanks to you all for joining us this weekend here in Singapore.
Next round will see us head east as F1 prepares for the Japanese Grand Prix. We'll see you at Suzuka, a firm favourite for the drivers.
And we'll be using a different engine at Suzuka. Whew. There we go, our first win of the season, and we kept the fastest lap as well. Really nice. We definitely outscored Ferrari, and we outscored Aston Martin as well. So that's good for the constructors. Good race for Fernando, gaining 4 places. He actually got up in front of Lance at the end there as well. Great race for Magnussen, up 10 places. Norris has got some points. McLaren have finally scored some points again. The double hard stints certainly worked for him there. Good run for Logan Sargent as well. Nick de Vries just missing out on points. Bottas up to 13th. I wonder if that's their best finish of the season. No Sainz, no Hulkenberg, no Gasly. They're the 3 retirements. Let's take a look at the Drivers' Championship. Max is 33 points clear of Checo with 8 races to go. 8 races. 7 races to go. It's not impossible for Checo to overhaul him, but it's highly unlikely. Let's see. Leclerc is now just 7 points ahead of Lewis, thanks to that maximum point haul for Lewis there. 26 points, the win and the fastest lap. So we got our first race win to go with the 5 podiums, the 2 poles and the 6 fastest laps. Been a decent season for Lewis so far. Could have been better, but I'll quite happily take 3rd in the championship. If we can get 2nd, if we can actually overhaul Perez, that would be amazing. No points for Carlos. Sees him drop down. He is now 17 points behind us. Good points haul for Alonso. Again, he stretches his legs against George slightly. Stroll probably won't catch George. I think we should be safe there in that respect. Ocon overtakes Gasly. The Alpine drivers just keep swapping places with each other all the way through the season. Points for Magnussen and points for Norris. See them go nowhere in the standings, but move slightly further away from the guys below. Still the usual suspects yet to score. De Vries, Sargent, Bottas, Piastri and Zhou. Let's have a look at the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull with 33 points. Red Bull have already pretty much won this Constructors' battle. We do overhaul, or we do close the gap to Ferrari by 20 points. We can potentially overhaul Ferrari before the season ends. We can keep our form going. There's every chance that we can actually nick 2nd. At one point it was looking like we might struggle to hold on to 3rd and that Aston might jump us, but yeah, we're having a little bit of a renaissance at the moment, and I'm now feeling the chance of actually getting 2nd in the championship, which would be awesome. In the fastest pit stop, it was Perez from Alpine. Norris in the McLaren, then Leclerc in the Ferrari, Max in his Red Bull. We did make the board twice, which is nice. That's some extra points. So that puts us still in 6th, but further away from Williams now, and we do close the gap to AlphaTauri a little bit. Red Bull have already won this competition. It's a question of who's going to get second. It's pretty close actually between McLaren, Alpine, and Ferrari, and then we are in the hunt for fifth, and that's as good as we're going to get. There you can see our first pit stop with Russell had a stuck wheel nut, which really screwed us over a little bit. But the other stops all pretty consistent, pretty good. So touch wood, yeah, we can keep that upward trend on our pit stops going. Let's take a look at our race performances. 11 successful overtakes, 28 failed overtakes for George, but 28 defences, 11 failed defences. Good defensive driving from George, but just didn't quite have enough in the car. If he'd had the same underfloor as Lewis, then he would have been able to probably hold off both of the Astons, but he didn't have time to get a second one made. As for Lewis, 7 overtakes, 11 failed, 13 defences and 5 failed. And we did get some more experience for Mick as well, even though he's leaving us at the end of the season because he's not willing to accept an extension to his reserve contract. He wants a first team drive, and we're not giving him one. It was great. It is great to get some more experience for him because we do want to see him back on the grid next year with another team, hopefully. Let's see, 450,000 paid out in bonuses. That'll be mostly, well, it's all Lewis. I thought George might have got something, but he didn't finish in the top 3. We did fail one of our sponsors. What was that? Oh, it was the fastest lap. Wait, we got the fastest lap. Why is it... We got the fastest lap. Why is it diddled me out 34 grand? Oh, that's annoying. It seems Farah had to step away, which is probably why we actually got the win. He wasn't there to jinx us this time. Let's see. We've completed the research on our side pods. We've completed manufacturing some spare rear wings. Let's go to our inbox. Engines in poor condition. Yeah, no shit. Inspection. So we need to replace a chassis, a front wing, and an underfloor. Are you kidding? Oh no, it's the old underfloor that failed. Okay, that's fine. I was panicking for a second then. Right, financial changes. We voted for the changes, but the majority of teams have voted against. So it looks like the cost cap is not changing next season. It will stay the same. We did, try to make things a little bit more interesting by reducing the cost cap by 5 million, but that's been voted down by almost everybody on the grid. There's our side pod research information complete. This is bugged, by the way. It should show the improvements, but it doesn't. It's a visual bug. If we were to quit and then reload, it would then show the changes, apparently. But yeah, they are there. Right, let's replace the chassis. How many more of those have I got? I got 1 spare. Okay. Let's replace the front wing. I've got plenty of spares on those. Don't need to replace the underfloor because the one that failed was the old spec, so that's fine. Let's see. 10 days until we get new underfloors. I don't know if George is going to get his underfloor in time. Let's see. It's 3 days away. Oh no, he will. He will get it for the next Grand Prix. As long as he doesn't destroy it in practice, then he'll have the benefit of that uprated underfloor for Suzuka. Let's see. Chassis. I do need to make a new chassis. we go. Drivers. Lewis is out of contract. He's got high morale. So let's see if maybe, now that his morale is high, he'll accept the offer. He doesn't want car 2. Hang on there. Previous position offered reserve. No. There we go. I'm going to up him to 30 million. No. Okay. Doesn't want a 3-year deal. All right, we'll try him for 2 years then. Next time we get the chance. So after Suzuka, we'll see if we can try again. I was really hoping with his high morale that we might be able to convince him to stay on for 3 more seasons. Right, let's advance some time. Right, okay, so car park developments. Let's see where we are lacking. Engine cooling is definitely an issue. Acceleration's a bit of an issue. I wonder, can I maybe do a mighty side pod upgrade? Got 17 million left. Let's do it. Last upgrade for the car this season will be new side pods to really try and boost our engine cooling. Try and protect what little engine we've got left. Take a bit more weight out of the car. Give us a bit of a boost to speed and acceleration. And that's a very small, negligible boost to our downforce levels. Let's continue researching for next season as well. So let's see. We haven't done a front wing project, but we've got one going at the moment. We've done a couple of side pods already. Let's get an underfloor research project underway. So airflow sensitivity is going to be affected heavily next season, so we definitely want to make sure that we improve that. I want to try and improve drag. Let's drop these values down a little bit. There we go. I've done one suspension, I've done one rear wing. Let's do another rear wing. So again, airflow sensitivity is going to be hit quite hard. There we go. So we do have one final physical upgrade for this year's car coming, and that's going to be the side pods. We're not going to do any more after that because we won't really have time. But we've got some research going. Got our first front wing project underway. That finishes in 12 days. Got our first underfloor research project started, and our second rear wing project started. We've got all the manufacturing going that we need to right now, I think. Let me just double check the warehouse. Got a spare chassis coming. We're already working on underfloors. Got front wings, rear wing suspension, side pods. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Am I doing any scouting right now? No, I'm not. We're not scouting anybody at all. There's nobody here I really want to take a look at. Technical chiefs. Let's get some scouting on Enrico. Dan Fallows, Smiley Resta, and Jodie Eggington. There we go. Alright, there we go. That is the end of tonight's stream. We finally broke our duck and got our first win of the season. It's been a long time coming. I'm a little frustrated that it's taken this long. We've fallen at the final hurdle 3 times already. It's nice to finally get that car across the line first. Who knows, maybe we can sneak another win before the season ends. One thing I do want to do before I forget, because I will probably forget, is make sure that I put that new underfloor onto George's car. There we go. I'm just going to hope he doesn't damage his. What's our remaining cost cap? Just out of interest. That's board budget. Let's check in with the board, actually. High confidence. They're still disappointed with finances. We've got to wait for those 2 months to drop off for that to clear up. So, yeah, that's going to take a while. Delighted with the race performance, though. You can see there 3 delighteds back to back. That's really encouraging to see. We are close to hitting our target there, which is nice. That's going to be an issue next year, I think. I don't think we're going to be able to challenge Red Bull next year. I think we'll be a solid second next year, but we'll see. Where is finances? There it is. Cost cap. So we have 8.5 million left. Oh, that's not much. That's really not much. We might not be able to do any more research after this. I really hope that's not the case, but yeah, we are so low. A wreck now, like a big wreck, could be catastrophic for us financially and may well see us get fired, which would be horrendous if that actually happened. Keep my fingers crossed that we'll be okay in that respect. But yeah, we are done for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, usual time, 9 PM UK time, for round 17 at Suzuka in Japan. And let's see if we can maybe string together back-to-back victories. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.